Hello, it's Dr. Tugbiyele here, the online Urogyn doctor. And for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, I am a board-certified urogynecologist, meaning I take care of women who have problems with their pelvic floor. And that could be problems with the bladder, with the bowel, with sex or sexual function or sexual health. These are very, very common conditions that affect many, many women. However, women find it difficult to talk about. And in fact, you may be a woman listening to me in this video right now who has issues with urinary incontinence or bladder leakage. And you felt like you've had to live with it. You've been embarrassed. You haven't really been able to talk about it because you feel you have to suffer in silence. But I like to tell women that there are actually many safe and effective options that can improve your quality of life. And so I know it's not been easy to talk about, but I'd like to actually help you. So let's talk about it. So urinary incontinence is bladder leakage that happens accidentally. When it happens with coughing, laughing, sneezing, bending over, exercise, it's actually called stress urinary incontinence or stress incontinence. It's not due to stress per se, as we like to kind of think about stress, but it is due to strenuous activities that put more pressure on the bladder and the pelvic floor. Some women experience leakage with sex or during intimate times, and that is, of course, very bothersome, distressing. You may experience that. You may actually feel like, wow, it affects your confidence. It affects your body image. It affects how you feel, and it's not good. But there are ways to improve on it, and I'd like to talk about ways to help you. So why does this occur? It occurs because the muscles that support the bladder or the pelvic floor muscles, they go kind of from front to back, if you can imagine, from pubic bone to tailbone and between your hips. And they're muscles, connective tissue, blood vessels, nerves, ligaments. Those things are there to help to support the bladder. When everything's intact, a woman's able to hold her urine and not leak unwantedly. However, when there are different things that occur, such as pregnancy, vaginal childbirth, aging, and medical conditions that accelerate the aging process, like smoking or activities that put more pressure on the pelvic floor, like heavy lifting, or conditions such as obesity, can affect how these muscles work and cause leakage. And so one of the best ways to nip this in the bud early is to perform pelvic floor muscle exercises, or what we call Kegel exercises. Again, these are the muscles that go from front to back, pubic bone to tailbone, and between the hips. And squeezing and exercising these muscles several times a day will help to get those muscles stronger and to prevent the leakage. These are the muscles a woman would squeeze, or you would squeeze, to stop urine midstream or stop gas from coming out unwantedly. But you wouldn't want to exercise them while you're emptying your bladder. You just that's a way to practice, just to know that you're squeezing them properly, and that you would want to do those exercises regularly. And I always educate my patients, 100 Kegels a day keeps the urogynecologist away. It's just a very kind of simple and maybe funny way of remembering to do your Kegels to help to prevent the leakage. So Kegel exercises are definitely a good way to start to help to improve the tone to the pelvic floor and to help it from getting worse for you. Many women, you may be wearing a liner, and you don't want this to get worse to the point where you need a pad or a diaper, right? And so nipping in the bud early is key. And so the purpose of this video was to really educate you, give you hope, encourage you that you don't have to live or put up with this leakage. There are, again, many safe and effective options that can help nip this in the bud early and keep it from getting worse. Because who wants to end up in diapers later in life, right? Not fun. And so doing those Kegel exercises or pelvic floor muscle exercises consistently, daily, is key. Okay, so I truly hope this video helped you, and I encourage you to do your Kegels. And I created a special bladder health guide that I like to give to you, and this guide actually answers the 5 most common questions that affect a woman's bladder that you were too embarrassed to ask. And I created it so that it can help you. Okay, it's something that I put together, having been a urogynecologist for 20 years. I've heard these are questions that come up time and time again, and among women. And I thought I'd create a guide and give it to you. And so if you click the link in this post or in my bio, I'll be able to happily get that guide to you. Okay, so as a urogynecologist, I've educated tens of thousands of women on ways to improve their pelvic floor health. It's definitely one of my passions, educating women about ways they can improve their pelvic floor health, bladder, bowel, and sexual health, so that they have the best information for their bodies, so they could have the best quality of life. So if this video has helped you, please, I do encourage you to share it with another woman in your life who you know needs this information. And I also encourage you to follow me on Instagram for future videos at Dr. Tugbiyele, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel at Dr. Tugbiyele. You see the links in the post as well as in my bio. Okay, so until the next video, take care, and remember to take care of that pelvic floor. Okay, all right, you take care.